Hey everybody, Zack here at etrailer.com. Today we're taking a look at the Malone Pilot Roof Bike Rack on our 2020 Nissan Kicks. This is going to be a wheel mount style bike rack. So I like that because I'm not grabbing onto the frame, especially with a carbon bike like we have here today. But also I don't have to store the front tire anywhere like a fork mount. So with those you have to take the front tire off, you have to store it in the vehicle somewhere, put it on whenever you get to the trail, take it off to get the bike loaded back up. This is just get the bike loaded, take it off, and get going on your ride. Now the bike is held in place by 3 points. So I have 2 straps down on my wheel cradles here, and then I have the wheel hook up top. So some other wheel mounts have a couple different hooks that come around. It's just a few extra things. But this style is a little bit more traditional. So we just have these rubber straps here that secure everything down into our cradles. Now these cradles are adjustable to accommodate different wheelbases. You know, this is just a standard road bike we have here today. It has a weight capacity of up to 33 pounds, and it can fit fat bikes up to 5 inches in width. Now that 33-pound weight capacity is going to limit you in that fat bike category, but if you have a fat bike that's under 33 pounds, this will work out great for it. Now one thing when you're putting stuff on your roof with the Kicks to keep in mind is hatch clearance. Now the set of crossbars we have here today is fixed. Most are going to be in that position. And if I open the hatch here, with the way we have it today, we have plenty of clearance there to get this open. Now to take the bike off, I have a towel, and I'll show you why in just a second. I like to set that down. But what we're going to do is we're going to take these straps off, and you can see how long these are. They're very long to accommodate those different tire sizes. I'll get that back one out of the way. I'll take the front tire strap off, push that through. And then it comes with a set of keys. So this right here is the only part that locks, which is nice that that's included. And we'll get this unlocked. And you can see with this style, with a wheel mount style, it requires you to have it up just a little bit higher. That's the benefit of the fork mount. You don't have to have it as high. The Kicks isn't very tall, but this is still kind of a reach. I'm a tall guy, about 6'3", and I still kind of have to stand up. Now you can stand in the door, or you can use the Moki door step from Rightline Gear. That's a really nice step to get you a little bit more clearance. But that is something to keep in mind with wheel mount styles. So to unlock it, we'll just turn that up. And then I'm going to push that up out of the way. Now, you can bring it down like this and then lock it, or you can lock it and then it ratchets down. Either way, you can do it. I find it easier to just keep it unlocked and bring it all the way down. But we'll get this pushed up out of the way, and we'll set this down. Now, this arm does not support itself. That's why that towel's handy. So I would highly suggest putting something there so you don't make full contact with your roof, because that is resting on there. But with that towel and gently setting it down, we're not going to have any issues. So we'll get our bike, lift it off of our roof, and we can take a closer look at it. And then I'm just going to put my arm back in place. That's, kind of something I don't really like, how that arm doesn't support itself, but this is a really nice, affordable bike rack if you're looking for a wheel mount style. Some of those other ones really get up there. They're pretty complicated. They can kind of get pricey. You can see the rubber strap there that holds our tire in place. It's a good sized cradle. Now this rear one doesn't move. The front one moves to accommodate those different wheelbases. It's a little tight right now, but that's the way we want it. You can see that it moves around on there. So not the easiest to move, but for the most part, if you're just hauling one bike, you're not going to be moving that around much anyway. But I like to get these straps secured so they're not flopping around. Once we get that secured, we can take a closer look at how this is held onto our roof rack. So they just have a simple clamp design down here. And I have this on a set of aero bars today. I've put this on some other aero bars. It's going to work with round, square, and most factory bars. So it's going to work out with a lot of different roof racks. The clearance we have at the bottom of these bolts is 2 inches from our roof. So we've got plenty of space there. That measure may be different based on your specific crossbars, but They're long enough to get around most crossbars, but they're not long enough to where you're going to really run the risk of getting contact with your vehicle. I do like that these bottom plates are rubber coated, but the top plate is not. It's just metal. Now, it's not moving around much. There's a little bit of movement there, but the plate isn't moving a whole lot. So I don't think that you're going to see any real harsh scratches on your roof rack, but if you're worried about the finish of your roof rack, that metal plate is definitely something to keep in mind.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway.
Overall, I think that this is a good bike rack. I think it's lacking a few features that some of the higher end ones have, but for an entry-level wheel mount style bike rack, it does a good job. I've tested it out a few times. The arm not being able to support itself, that kind of bothers me, but if you're aware of it and you're cautious with it, I think it's something that you can live with. I like the wheel mount styles. I'm taller, so I don't have as big of an issue getting stuff up on the roof, but if that's something you're concerned about, those fork mounts are something you should consider as well. I think that this is going to be a really good bike rack if you're looking for a wheel mount and you're not looking to get up into those really big fancy ones, something like that NO tire hold. That's a really good bike rack, but it's got a lot going on with it. It's not the most streamlined either, but it's a really good option if you're looking for a higher end wheel mount style bike rack. But that's going to do it for our look at the Malone Pilot on our 2020 Nissan Kicks.